In case you guys missed the community post, Lowe's ends up declaring a dividend. It's actually a massive dividend, guys. So Lowe's declares $1.05 per share quarterly, which is a 31.3% dividend increase from the prior dividend of 80 cents they were paying. That is an insane dividend raise. I unfortunately do not have Lowe's in my dividend growth portfolio, but congrats to all the Lowe's shareholders. Let me know in the comment section if you're a Lowe's shareholder and you are excited about this dividend raise. But they will be doing the ex-dividend date on July 19th, and then they will be paying out August 3rd. What's up, everybody? It's Investing Sensei here to bring you episode 136 of the portfolio update. So hopefully you guys are doing awesome. I definitely am. You guys are probably pretty awesome, especially if you're holding Lowe's. That was just an insane dividend raise, which you know, congrats to you guys. You probably just grew that dividend snowball even larger, and you're helping it compound like that. That is pretty awesome, especially in this type of market where the portfolio is just super volatile. It definitely helps out, and it keeps creating that snowball to compound and compound. But guys, in this video I will be going over my portfolio, how the portfolio performed this week. Then we'll jump over to the activities. I'll show you what I bought, what I sold, any dividends that came in. Actually, the last dividend for the month of May came in this week, so hopefully Monday or Tuesday I should be releasing the video to show you how much we made for the month of May in dividends. Because remember, guys, that we actually just continue to do the quarterly dividends. We are working on Q2 of 2022. We only have April, so I'm pretty excited to see how much we made for the month of May. And then guys, for June, which I'll show you here on the dividend payout, you'll see that for June, guys, we have so many dividends lined up for it, which is going to be pretty exciting. Again, if you are new to the channel, be sure that you're subscribed to with that bell notification, because I upload these type of videos every Sunday. As well, I upload other videos that are dividend related, or dividend scripts, as well as some options. But I do have a tutorial for this dividend script that I do have. This is a script you kick off. It'll go out and tell you all the upcoming dividends that are in your portfolio. But you'll see that these are sorted out by pay date. So on the 1st of June, we are expected to get American Waterworks, Visa, and then Honeywell, which is pretty awesome. And you'll see the third month of the quarter for me is usually the best month, and I definitely always look forward to it. As well, you'll see over here on the right that we did get dividend raises. These are the ones that are helping it compound much faster, and we will see how that plays out. So make sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification. Again, while you're down there, drop a big thumbs up on the video to help out the channel. That is all I ask in return. But yeah, guys, that is what we are expected for June. I'm really excited to see how much we make for the month of May and see who gets the closest. But yeah, as well here, the other thing I will be going over in this video, I will be going over how much, well, I guess 5 companies that are expected to grow their dividend, or I guess declare a dividend raise in the month of June. So it'll be very exciting. Be sure that you stay all the way through. These are actually 5 companies that are in my dividend growth portfolio, so that's pretty awesome. I do have one company that I did last month, which was Clorox, that was expected to raise their dividend. They actually did not declare it this past month, so I'm pretty sure that they may raise their dividend in the month of June, right around the 10th of June, 9th of June. We will see what happens. I definitely do not own Clorox, but I did put that on the list from last month, and I was wrong on that one. So I think it will be June if they plan to raise a dividend this year. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get started. One of the things I do want to go over, that in this video I will not be able to actually kick off the scripts for you, and that is because Personal Capital is having some technical issues pulling the information from N1 Finance. I think we've had this in the past before, but they usually resolve it within a day or two, and then we should be able to kick it off next week. So next week, when we kick off these dividend scripts, we should see this dividend snowball get larger and larger. Remember that you know, the beauty about dividend growth investing is that in these type of markets where the market is just super volatile and the portfolio's down massively, these dividend snowball continues to compound every single week. You know, yearly, this is what we're projected to make. Obviously, by the this week we would have actually projected to being able to make more, because if we had been able to kick off the scripts. But in reality, you can just think of that monthly. We're trying to aim about $300 a month, I believe. Here I have my monthly invested goals here, or my 2022 goals, which is trying to get roughly to make about $300 on average per month each quarter, which we're kind of that's the 300. But the other thing is here, continue to dollar cost average $100 every single week, which we are continuing to do, and then add an additional $20. And then yeah, we're pretty much on track with our goals here, and we're trying to get this to 300. I think we will by the end of the year, and we will see how that plays out. But let's go ahead and get started with the video, guys. So portfolio currently is at $185,392.36. You'll see our buying power, we have $18.82 in our buying power that will get reinvested on Tuesday. This is actually from a dividend, which I'll cover once we jump over to the activities. If we look at the value over time, guys, you'll see if we look at the 1 week, the market was actually finally going green, and our portfolio is fairly heavy on tech. So if the Nasdaq starts moving up, this portfolio will move up. But you'll see that we are up 7.79%, which is about $13,000 or so. If we look at the 1 month, you'll see that we're actually still down, but we have actually recovered. We hit a low of 171,000, and now we're up, but we're down still about 1.28%, which is about $2,400. If you look at the 1 quarter, you'll see that we are still down from the high of 213,000, and that's about 7.90%, which is about almost $16,000. And then if we look at the 1 year, we are still up green, but you see this has been a volatile ride here, and these dividends have been compounding and been pouring in every single month, no matter this volatility here. And that is one of the things that keeps us motivated to continue to invest every single week. Let me know if you have been buying these rough rides downwards in the market, but we do have about 4.10% in the green, which is about $7,000. If we look at the overall though, guys, remember, time in the market beats trying to time the market, and that is what we're doing. That's what we're continue to dollar cost average into the portfolio, no matter what the market's doing. And as well, the dividends continue to pour in and they get reinvested, and that just allows us to accumulate even more shares. That is our long-term goal. Our future selves will thank us. But if you look at the long term, you'll see that we are up 62.080%, which is about $64,000. You'll see over the long term, you'll see this little dip here. That is the crash of March 2020. You see it looks like a little blip here, and you'll see that we continue to invest no matter the portfolio, what it was doing, and it's paying off in the long term. As you'll see, we're hitting some turbulence here, and we're actually, this one looks a lot rougher. This drop here looks much rougher than the 2020 crash, in my personal opinion. You know, we will see in 5-10 years, this crash here will probably end up looking like this, and this right here will probably look like a little crash, like right here when this was in October 2020. But we will see how that plays out, guys. You know, in the long term, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average, and I think we are going to make some pretty great returns in the long term. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump over here to the activities, guys. I'll show you guys what I've been doing in the market. So if we look at the range here, you'll go ahead and click on the 23rd. One of the things I do want to point out, looks like M1 Finance actually ended up adding a download CSV file on the activities. This actually messed up this script that I do have. Again, I do have all these scripts available for free. All you have to do is return the favor by subscribing with that bell notification if you have not done so, and dropping a big thumbs up on my videos. But I will have a release, a fix for this. They actually ended up breaking my script whenever they added this new functionality, so I will be releasing a video hopefully shortly this coming week on how to fix this. Yeah, this button, you click on it, it'll add up all your dividends that you made for this week, or whatever shows up in this table of the activities. But yeah, you'll see on the May 23rd 2020, we actually didn't do much here. Yeah, we did one buy, $6.10, and this was the Caterpillar dividend that we just reinvested again. This is just a drip, so next quarter Caterpillar should pay us even more. Then on the 26th we deposited $120. On the 26th we did 3 buys, $120. Guys, we bought Costco here, $50. Pretty awesome deal, $448. Definitely a premium company, one of the best companies that I think has the best business models. And then we bought some Target, guys. Target is trading around $159, which is pretty great. I'm going to continue to dollar cost average, and I hope it stays in these prices for a while. The other one we did was Starbucks, $20, and this is because they were expected to pay us a dividend. So remember, I am going to contribute an additional $20 every time a company pays me out, just to help it out a little bit, so that the following quarter we get even more dividends and continue to compound that dividend snowball. As you'll see that Starbucks, we've been buying it. On the 27th we got a dividend. We got $18.82 from Starbucks in dividends. Next quarter it should be a lot higher, especially because we are going to reinvest these $18.82 plus an additional $20 that we bought this week. So that is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and click the calculate dividends. As you'll probably already know how much we made in dividends, but we made $18.82. This is a pretty cool. We did absolutely nothing besides continue to invest into the portfolio and accumulate these shares. But yeah, guys, that is what I did this week. A pretty boring week, but overall we are accumulating even more shares. But let's go ahead. Actually, I do want to point out one thing. I do have a subscriber that has told me that why have I not taken gains on Nvidia. So with a 429% return on Nvidia, I have about 119 shares. My cost base is about $35.50. Cost base is about $4,000 is what I have invested. It's worth about 22k. And one of the things, if you guys been following me for a while, you guys already know that I took about $10,000 in gains from Nvidia, and that was right before the merge, the stock split that they were planning to do. And that was my initial investment that I took out of my portfolio. Plus I took about maybe $6,000 in capital gains. So that's a pretty great deal there. I took my initial position out and plus an additional $6,000. I'm okay to ride this out. I believe in the long term of Nvidia. I want to be a long-term investor for Nvidia. No matter if this gains were to drop back down to 100%, even to go in the red, guys, I'm a long-term investor. I'm going to continue to accumulate these shares of Nvidia, and it doesn't matter to me in the long term. I think Nvidia will be much more of a worthy company to hold, and I will look back and I wish I would have held even more shares. But yeah, I will continue to hold Nvidia, continue to accumulate those shares. Every time those little tiny dividends that Nvidia pays me, they will get reinvested, plus those additional $20. So we will see how that plays out. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to point that out. But let's go ahead and jump over to the first company that is expected to grow or raise their dividend in the month of June, guys, and that is actually Realty Income. So Realty Income is in my dividend growth portfolio. They're currently trading about $69.35. If we look at the dividend scorecard, scroll down some, you'll see the dividend yield here, guys. It's 4.27%. Annual payout, they pay about $2.96 per share that you own. They're actually a monthly dividend paying company, so every month they pay you out a dividend. You'll see the payout ratio is about 282%, which is actually fairly high. But remember, guys, that this is a REIT, which if I jump over here, I'm going to show you the income statement for Realty Income. One of the things you want to look at is the funds from operation payout ratio, which if you look, this is from December 2017, about 89%, 2018 84%, and then 2019 81%, 2020 84%, and then 2021 about 94%. Remember that a REIT needs to pay out at least about 90%, and you know, this is actually a pretty healthy one for Realty Income. And then 5-year CAGR, guys, is 3.71%, so not a high one, but this is more of a monthly dividend REIT for me. I remember that REITs do not get qualified dividends. They will be considered taxable income, so that's one of the downsides about REITs. But the growth here, I believe this is actually wrong. I believe it's 27 or 28 years, but they are dividend aristocrats now. But yeah, I expect Realty Income to raise their dividend. If we look at the dividend history, you'll see once this loads up, you'll see that they actually raised their dividend about every single quarter. So if we look at June 15th, they were paying about 23 cents and 23.55, and then the previous month they did 23.50. If we look as well, it's really every 3 months here. So if we look at the next month here for us here, which was September, they were paying about 23.60, and then the previous month 23.55. So it's about every 3 months. So the next raise from Realty Income should be right around September, and then you can see that the following one is actually right around December, which is about 24.65, which you'll see the previous one is 24.60. So for us, we expect it to be in June. So we will see how much they raise it. It won't be much, guys, but remember they do pay out every single month, and that is pretty amazing. The next one on the list, guys, is going to be Target. So TGT, Target Corporation, is a company that is in my consumer sub pie, and they are in the consumer discretionary. This Target has dropped, I believe, from 25% down after earnings, guys. They are currently trading about $167.14. Target is a long-term hold for me. If we scroll down to the dividend summary, you will see that the dividend yield is about 2.15%. Annual payout is about $3.60. So every share you own, they will pay you out $3.60. Payout ratio is pretty low, 28%. 5-year CAGR is 8.45%, which is closer to the double-digit CAGR, which is actually pretty great for me. They are dividend kings, over 54 years of growing their dividend. If we look at the dividend history, Target has actually been one of the companies I've been buying this past couple months, especially before the drop, and after the drop, it's something that I want to buy even more. I want to accumulate these shares for the long term, a couple years to go from now, and I think they will pay out. They will be great dividend paying companies. So if we look here, if we look at 2021, for example, June 9th 2021, this one they declared the raise for 90 cents from 68 cents. So hopefully around June 9th 2021. If we look at 2020, June 11th 2020 is when they raised their dividend from 68 cents, I guess to 68 cents from 66 cents from the previous quarter. So right around June 11th, June 9th, or maybe the second week of June is when we should expect a raise from Target. I'm definitely looking forward to that one, guys. Let me know if you guys own Target, if you've been buying the dip on Target, or what do you expect? Do you want to wait till Target drops more, if it will even drop more? But let's move on to the third company, guys, which is United Health Group Incorporated, which they are currently trading about $507.11. If we look at the dividend scorecard, they are in the healthcare, which they are also in my healthcare sub pie. If we look at the dividend summary, you'll see that the dividend yield is 1.14%. Annual payout is about $5.80. Payout ratio is pretty low, which is about 30.22%. And then 5-year CAGR is about 18%, which is a pretty amazing 5-year CAGR. Dividend growth is about 12 years. If we look at the dividend history, so I can show you here, guys, and we scroll down, you'll see that United Health Group, if we look around June 9th of 2021, they paid $1.45. If we look at the previous quarter, they paid $1.25. So around June 9th is when they raised their dividend. If we look at the 2020, June 6, 2020, they were paying $1.25, and then the previous quarter $1.08. So right around the first week of June is when we should hopefully see a raise from United Health Group. Hopefully it is a 18% raise. We will see how that plays out. I don't think any of these raises are going to beat out Lowe's raise recently, but let's look at the last one, guys. The last one is going to be Caterpillar. So Caterpillar is currently trading about $217.14. If we look at the dividend summary, you'll see that it's actually in the industrial sector, and then the dividend yield is 2.04%. Then if you look at the annual payout, it's $4.44. Payout ratio is 41%. 5-year CAGR 7.59%. And then dividend growth, I believe they're actually dividend aristocrats. Yeah, Seeking Alpha has this actually incorrect. But if we look at Caterpillar's history for dividend history here, let's look at why we think they should declare a dividend raise this coming month. So if we look at June 9th, 2021, they were paying $1.11. If we look at the previous quarter, $1.03. So they definitely raised their dividend. If we look at 2020, June 10th, 2020, they were paying $1.03, and then they actually did not raise it again. So potentially this one could be something that they don't raise their dividend here. But if we look at previous years, guys, like 2018, June 13th, 2018, they were paying $1.86, and then the previous quarter 78 cents. So you can kind of go back and look at a previous couple quarters. Typically it looks like the third quarter, around June, in the third quarter is when they raised their dividend. And when I say June, I mean like that's when they announced the dividend raise, but they actually pay it out on the third quarter. So I think Caterpillar will hopefully raise their dividend. We will see if they actually do by the end of June. So this is actually all the stocks that are in my portfolio that are expected to grow their dividend for the month of June, guys. Let me know if you own any of the 4 companies here. And then if we look at the Google Sheets, guys, unfortunately I will not be able to kick off this this week because of the personal capital issue. But in reality, this actually got bigger because we did invest $120 this past week. And this coming week, I will release a video to see how much we made for the month of May. And this should bump up Q2 2022 much higher, which means our annual dividends will go even much higher. This is so funny because we've made $1,001 in 2022 so far. We've already surpassed 2019's, which is pretty impressive, guys. And that is just in the first quarter, with a little bit of the second quarter. So imagine what we will be doing in a couple years. It'll be pretty impressive. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But this is actually all I have for you guys. Again, be sure that you're subscribed with that bell notification. If you have not done so, drop a thumbs up on the video to help out the channel. I will see you guys in the comment section. If you stuck all the way to the very end, drop a hashtag raises, because we are expecting some pretty sweet raises for doing absolutely nothing this coming month. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.